Welcome to Mentorship Matters, a podcast by Trusted Mentors. I am your host, Costeena Weathersby, and today we are going to hear from one of our mentor-mentee pairs. They're going to tell us about their relationship, their connection, and why mentorship does indeed matter. But before we do so, Trusted Mentors is a local nonprofit here in Indianapolis. We recruit, we connect, and of course, we train adult mentors to be with other adults who are at risk. So it could be someone who is 18 years old, they're aging out of foster care. Also, someone who has been formally incarcerated and are re-entering into society. Or it could be someone who has been homeless or at risk of homelessness. Our mentors walk alongside of these individuals, helping them to stabilize their lives and to succeed. So with that in mind, I'd like to introduce you all to our guest for today, Robert Barnett and his mentee, John. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
Yes, I am so excited to be able to hear you all's story. First off, you know, Trusted Mentors asks that mentor-mentee pairs remain together for a year. How long have you all been together?
2 years.
A little 3 to 2 years, 2 to
About
3
2 and a
years
half,
there,
2 and
huh?
a half, yes.
All right, well, that's good. So obviously, you guys have had a good relationship. Robert, why did you decide to do this in the beginning? Like, what made you decide to be a mentor for an adult, not a kid, not a
Right.
child, but an adult? How did you decide to do this?
Well, I truly think that it's our duty as individuals to give back and try to help those who are in need.
Yes.
Because in the process of doing that, if you don't know what your calling is, you'll find it out.
Yes.
If you're struggling with issues amongst yourself, you helping someone walk through the process of overcoming obstacles or, finding out what their tools are to make them successful and overcome situations,
It helps.
it helps.
Thank you so much. And John,
Yes?
I want to find out from you. Now, what does this relationship mean to you? Like, what do you and Robert do?
Sometimes we go to the movies. Sometimes we go to an arcade. Sometimes we go to a baseball game. Sometimes we, actually, that's all we've done so far.
Yes, yes. Well, that's good. That is good. And so I would imagine that when you all started, Robert, John had some goals. What were some of John's goals in the very beginning?
The main goal was being able to integrate and just connect with people in public.
Yes. Okay.
Had issues with, being able to effectively communicate without aggression, without, anger, things of that sort, and just be able to just have a better interaction with individuals.
Okay. All right. So how do you think you've done with your goals, John?
A plus.
A
That's what I'm talking about.
What have you seen then, Robert, with his his transition into making his goals? What have you seen?
I mean, it's been a complete 180. I remember when we first started out and when we had met initially, he had turned to his parents and he was just like, why do I have to do this? I don't want to do this. Why do I got to deal with him or talk to him? And now, texting every day.
That is
When,
true.
when I live in Fishers and he lives in Indianapolis, and we had a tornado watch. And, he called saying, hey, there's a tornado in your area. Be safe. Is everything okay? And then, from the original interaction that we had, as I had just spoken, to, him caring about my safety and watching where I'm at,
Yes.
that's a huge, huge bound. And then also, he initially was going through voc rehab at Happy Hounds, and he was doing so well because of the interaction that Trusted Mentors, provided, that they recommended him for a Goodwill training.
Yay!
you know, and he did so exceptionally well with that they asked him to be a door greeter at their convention. So from going to not
For
interact
3 days. 3 days.
3 days.
3 days you did this.
Yes.
So, you know, to go from not wanting to communicate with it being an issue to communicate to blossoming into a door greeter to where it's nothing but human interaction with individuals. I mean, that's what trusted mentors can do. And that's
Yeah.
what it has done.
Thank you so much. And John, so I understand you called Robert because you were concerned about him during the tornado. So he must mean a lot to you.
Yeah, he does.
Tell me, how much does he mean to you? What does his relationship with you mean to you?
Relationship,
Yeah.
very important and very trusting.
Yeah.
Someone I can trust.
Yeah.
Someone I can get along with in dark times.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. And, you know, oftentimes we say at Trusted Mentors that, you know, the mentor and mentee relationship isn't just about the mentee, but it's also about the mentor. Our mentors say to us all the time, I get just as much out of this as my mentee. Robert, tell me, what does this relationship mean to you?
Well, I mean, it means everything because you don't get paid for this monetarily. Yeah. But there are so many different other avenues of payment, you know, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and things of that sort. So, I mean, he's really taught me how to connect. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you,
See,
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I was confusing.
Yes,
that's what's up, buddy. But it's just really taught me how to be more responsible, you know, how to not focus on self issues, you know, and help individuals work through theirs because that's therapeutic, you know. As I had stated before, it's our duty to help other individuals because God says by helping them, you're helping me. Yes. So, I mean, you just receive so many blessings, you know, because I would complain about the drive on how far it is. Yeah. But then out of the blue, I would just get a check in the mail. What? You know, you dig? Like, and it's like, and it's just those things.
Don't mean to interrupt. I remember we went to the NASCAR and it was pouring.
Oh my gosh!
Remember that? That was
yes. I mean, it just.
We went to the NASCAR last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
When we got there, it was like people were parked everywhere. It was a mess, and all of a sudden, it just stormed out of nowhere, and we couldn't go. So we went to the arcade at the mall.
Yes, but that's good.
Like we usually do.
All right. Well, good. But at the end of the day, you get just as much out of this, Robert, and John. And John, I'm listening to Robert say that in the beginning of the relationship, you really didn't want to do this at first.
Not really, but now I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do whatever.
Yes. So what would you say to somebody out there that, you know, they're like, I don't know if I want a mentor. I don't know if I want some guy like Robert. What would you say to them? Not that they would have Robert, because that's your mentor, right?
Give your mentors a chance.
Give your mentor a chance.
That's good.
Very good.
That's good.
Very good.
That's what's up, man.
All right. So, Robert, what would you say then to someone out in the audience that is contemplating, you know, this is different. This is a different concept. It's not mentoring a kid, but it's mentoring another adult who is over 18. What would you say to them as far as, you know, why they should do this?
I mean, we live in very hard times.
We are.
You know, and your mental stability is even more volatile now just because of everything that's going on. When you foster and build relationships outside of your circle, that just reinforces, you know, your happiness. It reinforces you being able to complete something, you know, you being able to help lead and guide someone while you're getting that same stuff reciprocated to you. So, I mean, it's like watching, you know, a flower blossom and grow from the seed that you planted. And I mean, that's what this has done. You know, it's made me a better person and it's made me want to do more, you know, because as I had stated, you know, the various different avenues of rewards that you receive, it's just, I mean, it's it's wonderful.
It's
Exactly.
breathtaking.
It is
That's what I'm
breathtaking.
talking about.
Thank you, John.
Go
Well,
see, that's what I'm talking about. Look,
I love his vocabulary. I love the way he's able to express what this relationship means to him. It's all about connection.
yeah.
So I thank you so much. You both are like blossoming flowers. You both are growing from this interaction. Robert, I understand, speaking of growth, you are now doing a podcast or something of your own. So before we leave, just tell us a little bit about your project and what you're doing.
So basically, it's a channel, and it's called. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Holy Shift.
Shift.
Shift. Shift. SHIFT.
Yes.
I'm awake.
Wow.
And basically what it is that, as I had stated earlier, life is hard, life is rough, it's just so many obstacles that you have to overcome that it may be overwhelming for you to even understand where to start or how to go about doing it. And basically what this is that you already have all the tools inside of you to overcome any obstacle that you're faced with. You just need to understand how to activate them and how to use them.
Yes.
And basically what this is that this is instructions on how to do so.
All right.
A faith-based motivational
All right.
channel.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank
both
you.
of
You're
you,
very welcome.
for coming on to Mentorship Matters. I believe this has been just a huge example of how mentorship does indeed matter. So if you're in the audience and you are thinking about being a mentor, we'd like for you to give us a call. Trusted Mentors can be reached at 317-985-5041. We're located at 6767 East Washington Street, 46219. And also, if you are interested in sponsoring this podcast, please give us a call also. Because remember, mentorship does indeed matter. Until next time, bye-bye.